You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, these are the morning headlines for Thursday, April 30th. Iran's supreme leader is drawing a hard line as fragile ceasefire talks continue. Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei says Iran will protect its nuclear and missile capabilities as national assets, rejecting broader U.S. pressure for concessions. In a defiant statement, he warns that Americans belong at the bottom of the Persian Gulf and says a new chapter is being written in regional history. The remarks come as Iran faces mounting economic pressure from a U.S. naval blockade on its oil exports, while continued Iranian restrictions in the Strait of Hormuz are driving global oil prices sharply higher. Brent crude is trading above $120 a barrel. Major global media organizations, including the Associated Press, BBC, CNN, Reuters, and The Washington Post, are calling on Israel to lift restrictions preventing independent foreign press access to Gaza. Editors say first-hand reporting is essential to verify conditions on the ground and question official narratives, particularly now that a ceasefire has been in place for months. Israel has maintained that restrictions were necessary for military security, though media leaders argue that the heaviest fighting is over and that journalists should now be granted access similar to humanitarian workers. In the United States, the Supreme Court has significantly weakened the Voting Rights Act, striking down Louisiana's majority black congressional district in a 6-3 ruling. The decision is expected to reshape future redistricting battles and could bolster Republican efforts to maintain control of the House of Representatives. In Colombia, authorities are investigating the murder of New York Rabbi Nachum Israel Aber, whose dismembered remains were found in Bogota after he was reported missing. Investigators believe he may have been targeted by a gang focused on robbing tourists. His family is now working to return his remains for burial. And in London, political and public pressure is mounting after a knife attack in Golders Green left 2 Jewish victims seriously wounded. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer visited the scene, condemned what he called a systematic assault on Britain's Jewish community, and pledged increased security funding and new legislation targeting hostile actors. But he was met with boos from demonstrators, underscoring growing anger over what many see as inadequate protection for Britain's Jewish community. Police identified the suspect as a British citizen of Somali origin with a violent criminal history. Meanwhile, pop icon Boy George, who was near the attack scene, publicly voiced support for London's Jewish community, saying the panic in the air was palpable and that Jewish residents are an essential part of the city's fabric. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.